Barcelona, those masters of tiki-taka, those artists of the beautiful game, well, you get the idea. The team that has given us some of the most memorable moments in football history. From the days of Ronaldinho's dazzling dribbles to Messi's magical goals, Barcelona has always been synonymous with excellence. Their style of play, often described as poetry in motion, has captivated fans around the world. But even the best have their off days, and sometimes those off days seem to follow a pattern. They went and drew with Getafe. Again. Shocker, right? It's almost as if Getafe has become their kryptonite, the one team that knows how to throw a wrench in Barcelona's well-oiled machine. Every time these two teams meet, you can almost predict the outcome. It's like watching a rerun of your favorite show, where you know exactly what's going to happen, but you watch it anyway. I mean, it's not like this happens every other season or anything. The frustration is palpable, both on the pitch and in the stands. Fans who have traveled miles to watch their beloved team are left shaking their heads in disbelief. The players, too, walk off the pitch with a sense of déjà vu, knowing they've been here before. In a stunning display of "we've seen this movie before," the Blaugrana managed to dominate possession without actually, scoring enough goals to win. It's the classic Barcelona conundrum. Beautiful football, intricate passing, but when it comes to the final third, something just doesn't click. The ball moves around like a well-choreographed dance, but the end product is missing. Getafe, on the other hand, clearly took a page from the How to Survive Against Barcelona handbook. Defend with your life, hope for a miracle, and maybe you'll snatch a point. Their strategy is simple yet effective. Park the bus, crowd the defense, and wait for that one golden opportunity to counterattack. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. And snatch a point they did. The celebrations from the Getafe fans and players were a testament to their hard-fought draw. For them, it's like winning a mini trophy, a validation of their grit and determination. Look, I'm not saying Barcelona are predictable, but there's a certain inevitability to these matches that even the most optimistic fan can't ignore. The analysts will dissect the game, the players will reflect on what went wrong, and the fans will debate endlessly about what needs to change. But if they were a TV show, they'd be a sitcom with a laugh track you could set your watch to. The same plot, the same twists, and the same ending. Yet we tune in every time, hoping for a different outcome, because that's the magic of football. You never know when the script might change. Let's be honest, watching Barcelona try to break down a stubborn defense is like watching a toddler try to open a pickle jar. Lots of effort, lots of grunting, but ultimately, you're left wondering if they even remember what they're trying to achieve. They passed, they moved, they even shot the ball occasionally. But for all the finesse and flair, they just couldn't seem to find the back of the net with any consistency. It was like they were playing with a deflated ball. Or maybe Getafe's goalkeeper had secretly replaced his gloves with magnets. Okay, let's talk about the actual goals, because believe it or not, there were some. In a match that had its fair share of drama, the goals were the highlights that kept everyone on the edge of their seats. Barcelona drew first blood, always a good sign, right? Thanks to Jules Koundé, who decided that if no one else was going to score, he might as well take matters into his own hands. It was a moment of sheer determination and skill, showcasing why he's such a valuable player for the team. Pedri, the little magician, set him up with a pass so precise it could have threaded a needle on a galloping camel, and Koundé slotted it home like a seasoned pro. The chemistry between Pedri and Koundé was evident, and it was a joy to watch them execute such a flawless play. But then, because this is Barcelona we're talking about, they had to go and concede a goal that can only be described as Getafe-esque. It's almost as if they have a knack for making things interesting, even when they don't need to. A shot, a deflection, a scramble in the box, and suddenly the ball was nestling in the back of the net, courtesy of Getafe's Arambari. It was a goal that seemed to come out of nowhere, catching everyone off guard. It was like the footballing gods had decided to even things out in the most chaotic way possible. The unpredictability of football is what makes it so captivating, and this match was a perfect example of that. From moments of brilliance to unexpected twists, it had it all. The fans, of course, were taken on a roller coaster of emotions. One moment they were celebrating, the next they were in disbelief. It's this emotional investment that makes football more than just a game. It's a shared experience that brings people together. Even the coaches couldn't hide their reactions. From jubilation to frustration, Their expressions told the story of the match. It's a reminder that every goal, every play, is a culmination of countless hours of preparation and strategy. In the end, it's the sportsmanship that stands out. Despite the highs and lows, the players showed respect for each other, reminding us all of the true spirit of the game. Whether scoring or conceding, it's the love for football that unites everyone on the field. Section 4, the drama. Oh, the drama. What's a football match without a little bit of controversy? And boy, did this game deliver. There were penalty shouts, theatrical dives that would make an Oscar nominee blush, and enough yellow cards to make you think the referee had a quota to fill. At one point, it looked like the referee was about to pull out a red card for a particularly nasty tackle. But then he seemed to remember that this was Barcelona, and they're not allowed to have nice things. So he settled for a stern talking to and a knowing wink to the Getafe player. You know, just to keep things interesting. Section 5. The usual suspects and some new faces. Barcelona's lineup was a familiar mix of seasoned veterans and bright young things, all trying to find their rhythm on a night where the footballing gods seemed to be in a particularly mischievous mood. There was Lewandowski, the goal-scoring machine who seemed to have left his shooting boots at home. There was Pedri, the boy wonder who's so good they named him twice. And then there were the rest, running, passing, tackling, and generally trying to make sense of a game that seemed determined to defy logic and reason. Section 6. Pre-game jitters, or why Ansu Fati stayed home. The pre-game buzz was all about one man, Ansu Fati, the young prodigy who had captured the hearts of fans and pundits alike with his dazzling skills and infectious enthusiasm.